Hi Taurus, my name is Audrey Alison. Thank you for joining me on the front porch for your October 2016 forecast for the month. I am very happy to be here, and I'm using the Alchemical deck by Robert M. Place. It's my steadfast deck. I always use this in readings, so if you book with me, I will be using this. I wanted to thank you for subscribing to this channel and for your support on my Facebook page, Audrey Alison Astrology and Tarot. So let's get to the month. There's a lot going on as usual, but we have a couple of squares upon squares and conjunctions that might be a little uncomfortable. The underlying belly of the month might be a little aggressive, but there are some smooth transits here for you, Taurus. So starting with the 7th of October, we have Mercury, the planet of communications and evaluation and analysis, entering the sign of Libra to find balance. And when he does, he'll be conjunct the Sun and Jupiter. And this is in your 6th house, Taurus. So for the full year with Jupiter there, until October 1st of 2017, you are receiving expansion in the 6th house of health and luck there, and the 6th house of work and daily routine, your regimen. The house of pets as well, expanding the amount of animals you have in your crew could occur. But with Mercury there, this is great for people that want to get personal trainers, to review what needs to be done with the body, to align all of the health practitioners, to assign your tribe. Get your tribe going in the health department. This is what's up, because the sun's going to be there through the 22nd of October too. So you've got some beneficent support and personal planet support in the 6th house. Beautiful energy. This is also great for daily commutes to work, commuting now that Mercury's direct, because it's been a nightmare retrograde. Hellish, I've been saying, and I feel you on that. But this is a better route with Mercury in the 6th. So you might find that your routine in order to get to work is smoother, less congestion there. I mean, I felt like at one point in October, in September, that anywhere I moved my car, someone would just get out and put like a roadblock right in the middle of it. Like literally at the moment, I'd have like someone pulling tape across the street, like you can't go here. I'm like, why? Why is it every time I try to move my car 5 feet, I've got like an orange cone behind me? It was like so ridiculous. And that's not the only thing. I mean, talk about the craziness of weird health manifestations this retrograde. I don't know if Taurus picked up on that, but it was a doozy. So I'm glad Mercury's direct in your 6th house of health. Very good. It's great to align the tribe. Like I said, get everyone you need, from the dentist to the podiatrist, in order. Now on the 16th of October, we have our full moon at 23 degrees of Aries. And this full moon, like most full moons, brings a closure and an ending. But it's in the house of rest. So I love a 12th house activation. If you've listened to my videos before, I get very excited about the 12th house because there's not a lot of drama in the 12th house. There's a release of what no longer is serving you in this sector. There's an ending here. A full moon, which is an ending, in the house of endings, right before the 1st house begins. There's a full culmination here for you, Taurus, a completion, and you can release this. And this is going to apply to everybody differently, so I can't just assume what it is you are releasing. And maybe the tarot will help me with some of that interpretation. But the house of endings, the house of addictions, the house of the undoing, and the house of quiet. So there's not a lot of activity on that full moon. It's very internal, very psychic moon for you, Taurus. On the 18th, Venus enters Sagittarius. And this is in the 8th house. When Venus enters that sector, she'll be conjunct Saturn, where he's been for a year for you. And Saturn will be there through December 21st of 2017. So he's still got some time. But Venus is smoothing over what he has restricted you in. And the 8th house, that is either shared resources, your sexual relationships, your intimacy level with your partner, your investments, your investors, your settlements, your wills. There could be a tight hold on something right now for Taurus and you want it to push through, but Venus is what you need. That transit forms the conjunction that could see some money trickle down, because Venus not only governs love, she governs money. She gets that from the Taurus that she rules. She gets the love from the Libran that she rules. But if you're waiting, and I'm getting like a little bit of waiting on a will, or waiting on some property to sell, or waiting on something to come through monetarily, shared resources wise, in your shared resources, Venus is what you need to get in there a little bit and lessen the oppression of Saturn. On the 22nd, it becomes Scorpio land when the sun enters Scorpio in your 7th house. And then 2 days later, on the 24th, Mercury follows him and enters Scorpio in the 7th house. And then 6 days after that, on the 30th of October, we have our new moon at 7 degrees of Scorpio. So this is a very witchy Halloween. I love it. For anyone who celebrates Samhain instead of Halloween, you know, the Wiccans, they're loving this new moon because that is their new year, the 31st of October, not January. So this is just spectacular, fresh, new energy in October. And in all this Scorpio energy is just perfect for Halloween. With the new moon here, for those of you Taurians who are looking for relationship, although Taurus squares you because it is a fixed sign like you are. I'm sorry, Scorpio squares you, Taurus, being both fixed signs. What I want to say is, new relationships, 7th house. So for those of you looking for partnerships, this is your moon. And if you are looking for a fresh new marriage connection, looking for your soulmate, you want to get out on Halloween. You want to say yes to every Halloween party that you get invite to, because Mercury will be in this sector too, which makes your communication style excellent in meeting people. And the sun is there, the life force. It's like, this is where you need to pay attention. Now, for those of you already married or already in committed relationships, this is just smoothing everything over. You're already in what you need to be in. Excuse me. When I start choking in my readings, I take that as a sign. Sometimes I'm not supposed to say something, but so I struggle to get it out. And other times it's like a sign that what I just said I need to expand on. And that was, for those of you who are already married, you have what you need in relationship. Be grateful for that, as I'm sure you are. There might be a desire for a fresh start, but don't act too quickly, especially with some of this square energy that I'm about to discuss. It's not the right time to take action in this relationship, except if you are single and you can move forward in that, and it wouldn't be, cheating and all of that. So here's what I want to say. Throughout the 12th of October, from the 12th of October through the 4th of November, there is this squared energy between Uranus and Pluto that's very intense due to Mars sitting on top of Pluto in Capricorn. And although you're not a Capricorn, so you're not going to feel it like Cap will, but everyone's going to feel this, because this is the kind of energy that shifts tectonic plates. This is the kind of energy that is combustible. Mars, aggression, heat, fire. Pluto, destruction, loss, death. Squaring, discord. Uranus in Aries, upheaval, electricity, abrupt upheaval. This personal aspect is affecting your 9th house of political beliefs, spiritual beliefs, foreign travel. I wouldn't travel the last few days of October through the first week of November. Definitely not foreign travel. Just don't do it. I wouldn't do it. I don't live in fear, but I have to say this is the kind of astrological energy that any astrologer would interpret as aggressive. It's not just my personal opinion. This, if you know the energies and you know how to interpret astrology, this is definitely what's up. This is squaring Uranus in the 12th house of rest. So what I think is that you might be restless inside Taurus. You might spiritually, because the 12th and 9th house are very spiritual houses. You might spiritually be affected by our world, by what is occurring in the chaos of this entire world. I don't like this for the political stuff that's going on with us. So we might have to deal with some BS there around election day. Because this square is happening throughout that time period, and I just kind of feel like it's inevitable. There's going to be some chaos. So it is what it is, but for you, I would recommend the rest because the 12th house is impacted, and that's necessary for you. And you're very, Taurus, you don't get credit enough for being as sensitive as you are. Usually everyone just refers to the water signs as the sensitive signs, but honestly, Taurus is a very sensitive soul. You're just stubborn. You can be. You cannot want change. You're fixed sign. You don't like the change. So the square is uncomfortable for you, but it also means you're very sensitive to it. And I understand that. So let's get to the cards and we'll see what's up for October. And if you'd like to read with me, I'm at Audrey Alison Astrology and Tarot. You would select your desired reading length via the PayPal button, and I will get back to you in a few days, a day or two. You don't need to contact me. I definitely get my orders. It's just I can't respond to all of my emails that I get that don't have anything to do with orders. I love, love, love what I do. So thank you for choosing me to read for you because I love every minute of my readings. And I just wanted to take a moment to say that. So let's see, Taurus. What are your cards? Lady of Swords. This is music, poetry, writing, artistic expression, and communication. A younger air sign female, perhaps, doesn't always have to be, but it could be a Gemini, Libra, or Aquarius. Let's see what else comes up. The card of Gemini. What's up, Taurus? Are you seeing a gem? The Lovers. This is the card of Gemini, but it could be your attraction, your lust, your sexuality, your physical nature. Four of Swords, thinking very heavily. And the House of Rest, 12th house, where the full moon is activated, as well as the square with Uranus. Rest, meditation, finding answers within. The Sage, the thinker. The Swords, the thinker. Let's see what else. Two of Wands, this definitely coincides. Taurus, you're getting very feisty. These are physical cards, sexual cards, intimacy, lust, attraction. Venus in the 8th house of intimacy, lust, and attraction. Ooh, I love it. I love it when everything just kind of like makes sense. There's another card, Queen of Cups. This is the psychic female. This is the water sign, Cancer, Scorpio, Pisces female. But this is intuition at its best. This is also a card of intuition, 12th house, internalizing. So you have these two that are, the thinker, but the emotionally inside, going within, internalizing. A lot of you are processing your new relationships in the 7th house, intimacy in 7th house, and 12th house stuff here. And some of you, this could describe a facet of you as well, that you are a creative soul as well, Taurus, and you might not get a lot of credit for that either in life. But whatever you choose to express yourself by, through your hands or artistically, you have success around this. The Lady of Swords was the first card out. So there's a sense of needing to communicate this or needing to express yourself. Maybe you need to express yourself in what you've been thinking as well. Maybe some of you even went as far as to write a love song about somebody that you've been thinking about. How beautiful. Yeah, I can see some of you Taurian artists really expressing yourself through song, and or whatever creative work you're into. I say song because she's, holding her guitar, but it could be poetry, it could be writing, period. Um, I love this, and this kind of hones everything in. Keep a mystery about yourself. Halloween time is a time of mystery. And this could be a little bit of secrecy too. Not everything needs to be revealed that you are collaborating on, Taurus. You can keep yourself a little guarded or protective of the 12th house, of the 8th house, the houses that are considered quiet on the astrological wheel. And express yourself and what you've been thinking when you're fully feeling like it. Maybe you're working behind the scenes for a while, and you'll see how that goes. But you have a lot of spicy love cards, so something's brewing here in the 7th house with the Sun conjunct Mercury and the new moon in the house of relationships. There's not a lot of single Tauruses throughout that. And if you are, I would get out and be seen. Maybe go to a concert where there's music, or a poetry a speakeasy. Do they even make those? What is it, 1945? The baby boomers going to the speakeasy. Either way, it could happen. People could invite you somewhere, and you're just supposed to be out around that end of the month. Well, from the 22nd through mid-November, actually. All right, Taurus, I hope this was helpful. I am wishing you a sweet October, and remember, the sky is limitless, so reach for the stars.